Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Wow, alright, so I already made the tier. Alright. Okay, so let's just make this quick. 5 minutes should be enough. S tier, railgun, and bow. Alright, not much needs to be said. Alright, bow is just a versatile build. You can use him as a support, you can use him as a solo damage. It's just that good, alright? You know, the Rue, R-U-E, the best player in critical revengeance, or at least that's what I think. He uses bow all the time for his super 9 quadrillion damage videos. He uses bow, and honestly, it just rolls. Alright, he does so much damage. The defense down debuff is huge. And railgun, let's not even talk about this, okay? Because we all know railgun does a lot of damage. Now, going to the good tier, Necromancer, I was about to put him in S tier, honestly, but the mana consumption just kinda, especially when you have a new spell for mages that takes literally 350 mana. It just doesn't work well, it just doesn't mash together well. I mean, he can use his super, but it's just still not comfortable for me. Maybe it can be an S tier. It just depends on your view, honestly. Like how you perceive this guy. I mean, consuming a lot of mana is not good. Like, he does a lot of damage. All right, don't get me wrong, but like it takes a lot of mana to get that going. Mage, he's like the opposite of Necromancer, but he also has that star ability, which makes him reduce quite a good amount of damage, which makes his survivability actually better than most classes here, except for Shield and Heretic, of course. And then we got Kunai. Kunai, I mean, in my last video, I think this guy... Wait, I don't think I changed his position. I think he's still in good. Yeah, so Kunai is just, pretty good, but it takes a lot of mastery, and in my opinion, it's not really that worth it. Some people might get offended, but I don't think mastering kunai is worth the effort, especially when you got classes like bow and railgun out here just doing an absurd amount of damage. Alright, moving on, we got the mid class. So, disclaimer, alright, mid just means like in the middle. I'm not saying this class is bad, but I'm not saying this class is like good. So, we're going to start Shield and Heretic, pretty much the same between these two. They just suck at dealing damage, alright? I mean, their survivability is through the roof. They can tank like, what, 2 hits? 3 hits? I mean, Heretic can't tank hits if you don't put points in HP. He just has a lot of healing. Shield can tank a lot of hits, and it's really good. The problem is that it's the glass cannon meta, so yeah, they're not really good, alright? Maybe give them some support, maybe a lot of support, alright? Especially Shield. Shield, if he can get like a defense, if he can become a defense buffer, he might actually be bumped up into good. But who knows? I don't know what they're gonna do with Heretic, because Shield is the one who's gonna get the rework in the next update, hopefully. All right, next update. And combo, I don't know. You can put him in ass if you want. You can put him in mid, the end of mid if you want. He's just not that good of a class. You don't see people go around with sword, alright? I guarantee you, Prestige 1, at minimum, they don't go around with the sword class, or combo class, or whatever you want to call it. It's just not that good. It's literally just a starter class. It's not that good, okay? His abilities, when you look at it on paper, it seems fine, but when you put it to practice, it's kind of lacking, depending on how good your RNG is, like the positioning of the hazards and what the enemy's attack is. And now we go to Ask Qatar, alright? I know I'm gonna get flamed for this. Like, Qatar's good, does a lot of damage. You just gotta dodge. It's your skill issue for not being able to dodge. Well, guess what? Bow does his job, but like way better, alright? Because Bow doesn't just burst down, it also inflicts defense down. So, based on that, I think Qatar is pretty ass, alright? Just getting one hit isn't enough, alright? Like, it's not enough that you almost die from one hit or just straight up die. You also have to, like, if you get hit, your damage output just drops dramatically. That's not good, alright? That's not good, especially when we got enemies then just shower you with attacks. Unless you're fighting Prince Slime, then I don't care. Okay, you can probably put this in good if you're fighting Prince Slime, but anything other than that, I'm not too sure. Dog shit tier. All right. Okay. Destroyer. All right. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. All right. Destroyer is trash. All right. Destroyer. I don't like it. I hate it. I hate his third orb. All right. The one that teleports you. It literally kills you because you don't build this unless you build this guy with some tanking. Actually, even if you build him with tanking, he's still trash. He's just not it. All right. His damage output is isn't even great, alright? It's pretty mid. It's like, I guess it's above sword level, but not like the part of, like, above good. It's not even in good. Like, at least his damage output is around mid. He's not even above Qatar's damage output. So yeah, dog shit. Don't use him, I guess. Just abandon him. So yeah, that's the tier list. Bye.